Hello, welcome to Australian Opals. My name is John Korman. I am the founder and owner of this wonderful, beautiful business. In 1975, I went to live in Australia for a couple of years. And at the airport, my mother was all weepy-eyed. Her baby was going to be gone for 2 years. I'm the youngest of 6 kids. And I felt really bad for her, so I said, Mom, what can I send you from Australia? Trying to console her and make her feel a little better. And she told me that she had heard that Opal came from Australia. And at the time, Mom was about 60 years old. It happened to be her birthstone, and she never had a piece. So I said, Mom, I'll see what I can do for you. At the time, I didn't know the difference between a car called an opal and an opal gemstone. So anyway, several months later, after I was all settled in Melbourne, Australia, or as the Aussies call it, Melbourne, I set out downtown to find some opal shops, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The colors of these gemstones were unbelievable. Every color in the rainbow, maybe 1, maybe 2, 3, maybe all of them. And they would just talk to you. And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. And years later, when I started a business selling it, people would make the comment, gee, these are all so different. I never knew they came in so many different colors. There's not one alike. You can look at 1,000 of them, and they're all unique to themselves. And I tell people, you know what? You know one when you see one, just like you know a person when you see a person, but they're all different. They all have their unique character and personality and looks. And I think that's the wonderful thing about opal. Unlike a lot of other gemstones that don't really surprise you too much because they have a certain color. Diamonds looks a certain way, emerald looks a certain way, and a ruby looks a certain way, but not an opal. It's got its own character. Anyway, after being in Australia for a couple of years, and I was on my way home, I thought, you know, I sure like to start a business in opal. And so eventually I got into it. I was obviously bit by what the miners say, the opal bug. I was bit bad. And so when I got home, I eventually started my own business, and little bit by little bit, I first started with just loose opal, and then I started adding opal jewelry. And anyway, it grew. It's been a fun time being in this business, and it's just a wonderful piece of jewelry to have that has an opal in it. It's very rare, much more rare than a diamond even. Opal can be as rare as 5,000 times more than a diamond, and they don't cost near the price on a per carat basis. But the important thing about opal is when you buy a piece or you give a piece of opal jewelry to someone, it is a time where you will always remember what was going on in life at that time. It'll bring back fond memories about the person that gave it, even if you bought it for yourself, and what was going on. You'll enjoy it the rest of your life. Nobody will have a piece like it. And then someday, you'll pass it on to somebody. And that person will always remember you for having that piece and wearing it. When my mother got her loose opal from me, and by the way, Dad said she shed a few tears after receiving it. She then took it to a local jewelry store and had a ring made out of it. And she proudly wore it for many years. And then after she passed away in 2002, I made sure her youngest granddaughter got it, because it just so happened that her youngest granddaughter was born the same month and year that I got that opal. for Mom. What a special, special thing. So anyway, you will never regret owning Opal jewelry. And I appreciate you listening to my little story, and happy shopping. And make sure you subscribe to my Opal page for more information about Opal and Opal jewelry.